I Godzilla versus King.
Dude, okay, can you please, I've already had 2 matches with Chris
I
in
know.
WCC.
Yeah, put it on him.
So it's got,
This is what he tries to do with me in hip. Just put it on him. Yeah, go on.
Son, what's been going on in your personal life recently?
A lot. I'm at a very good point in this training because I can like my whole point of training is I like to stress the body heaps and then relax the body even harder. So I'm at that relaxed stage now. It's been this year. I've been competing. I've been training, and I'm finally at that NB where I've just finished a couple of the comps. And I'm just going to rest for the rest of the year, and we'll crack it again next year. In the meantime, by rest, I mean I'll still train, but I don't have any comps on my mind. And yeah, I'm just relaxed. I feel good. Like I've earned it. I've earned the rest of this year, basically.
What's been the biggest thing for you in jiu-jitsu this year?
This year? Ooh. The year's been quite long, so I wouldn't be able to talk about this year. I can talk about something recently that was quite big for me, which was, going to the Philippines. Had a competition. I did all right. And then, but more importantly, in the Philippines, I met like pretty good people, like skill-wise and then like friendship-wise. Like we got along. It was just great experience. Yeah. I was in Cebu. There was a comp there while I was there for work, so I made sure to sign up a month before. And then when I got there, like a couple of weeks leading up to the comp, I did some open mats, like drop in, just visited people, got to know everyone, did the competition, and then I had a few more gyms to visit afterwards. So in that 3 weeks, I managed to visit every gym in Cebu. It was good. Like people really appreciated how much I appreciated them. I felt like I appreciated having a place to roll, being welcome to like train, and they appreciated that I was coming to visit and like exchange skills. It was.
Other than the comp, did you get a chance to check out the Philippines at all?
Dude, I was in Cebu for 3 weeks and I did zero tourist stuff. People go there to like dive and swim with sardines and whatever. I like that stuff. I would have done that stuff. I just got so caught up. Every day I was just like wake up, work, finish work, either rest or like have early dinner, then go visit a training spot. I did that for the 3 weeks that I was there. So no, I did. I also went over to Bohol while I was in Cebu. It's like a few hour ferry ride. And again, I got to Bohol and I literally got there, walked from the pier to my hotel, had a quick shower, and walked right out to like where the training Bohol Jiu-Jitsu was at. And then I just trained, went back, had dinner, slept, and that was it. Like, yeah, it was a very jiu-jitsu centric like trip.
Awesome, man. What do you think? Recently, you were the commentator at our second Saigon Super Fights event. Can you speak to that a little bit?
I think to myself, like, at some stage, if you guys have an event where I'm not around and I can't do that, like, someone's gonna have to replace me. And like, I'm just hoping whoever comes after, like, I've laid enough of a foundation where I can be like, oh, I can do better than this guy because I'm not that good at it, guys.
Dude, come on, man. Dude, you provide, the wittiness that we all need.
The balance.
Yeah, we get
between you and
him. You're not replaceable, Simon.
I'm not like I'm not enough removed from it to even like watch it yet and like listen to it again. I need to like I think it'll be a year later, like a year from now.
Have you watched it?
No, absolutely not.
Dude, 3,000 people watched it.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah,
Did
people
you know
are
that?
watching it. They're on there just to hear your voice. And you're on camera. Do you feel like you're more irreplaceable than Hip?
No, I think we're both replaceable because like Hip's the technical smart guy. You can always get someone that's smarter, and I'm the clown, but I'm an idiot. So like, you can always get someone that's less an idiot. But it was fun. Like, I'm just grateful that like you guys want us to do it and we're able to do it. I don't think I'm bringing anything too special, like, or technical or anything. But actually, I'm not. Let me think. I don't think I'm really. I'm not that smart at this game. I just do the thing I do, and like, but I don't know a lot that's going on.
Yeah, that's why Hip's there.
Exactly. I love it. The best moment is when I just leave it to him. I'm like, I'm chilling. I do not know what's going on.
Yeah, but you train around the city. You know so many people,
I do know the
so people are familiar
I'm
with
in
you.
the community, so that is. I'm glad I'm able to bring you that. Also, what do you call it? I want to be able to commentate in Vietnamese.
You
like
can.
A
you
lot
can
of
do
people
more.
really want us to be able to do it, and like,
that's why we brought you.
Dude, Heap and I have tried. Heap can probably do it better than I can, but like, it just made me realize like my Vietnamese is so attuned for like family talk, like friends talk, not for talking about like a fight. Like because I'm literally translating from English into Vietnamese, my ego won't let me sound like an idiot. Like we all know I'm an idiot, but like, like Simon, pretend, pretend to be smart.
You're gonna have to do it. You're just gonna have to try it. You just have to do it.
Like you and Hip, both your resumes, they came to the top of the pile. Why?
It's a big
Yeah.
pile.
Yeah, for
Bilingual.
sure.
Bilingual was one of the
Yes.
requirements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to work on that. Like, because I see the demand for it. People are messaging, oh, nothing big, speak Vietnamese, and we're like, we can't. But we can barely speak English, right?
Yes.
Can you talk about some of the differences you felt from the first event to the second
Oh,
event?
first event, second event. Oh, dude, second event was bigger. Like, you could feel the support we were getting, and like the eyes, the attention for it. The matches, you know what? Oh, everyone was saying, like, community-wise, as just someone who's in the community and just hearing what people had to say, the fact that they were getting paid, that was major. Like, because now this, for me, it felt almost like this is a reward for the people who just stuck it in their training. When like competition results, whatever, we don't care. Just stuck it in there. You were training. You've been training. I remember when I didn't know that much about jiu-jitsu, I just thought you're showing up for a fight. But then when you're just training, you just train grappling, like all the pieces are just available. It's the same kind of game, right? It's not like you're bringing one game and I'm bringing a completely different sport. It's just, we all know the moves, so we can all play this cohesively. That was a huge tangent. Point being, the fact that a lot of the guys in the community were very happy that they were getting paid. Being paid was a really big thing. Like, you've got people who normally wouldn't, like, when they go to the nationals, for example, they're not usually the ones who might medal. So they're not seeing much money at all. A lot of these national comps, these guys, they'll pay for themselves to go out there. And if they lose or they don't get a medal, they don't get paid anything. So, that's it. Whereas you guys were able to recreate this comp experience, have people paid, have a reason, like, to make weight, put in the effort, stuff like that. That was really, like, real.
Yes, and getting compensated, it is important and it is exciting, but it's not to be expected every time, especially at this level of competition. These guys aren't professionals, right?
Yeah, exactly
So
that.
Can they expect to get paid every time? Not necessarily.
No, definitely not. But the very fact, everyone was saying this was like the highest paid event that we've ever had. It's if anything, it should speak more to the fact of how little that's available at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, outside of what you guys did, there wasn't that many, right? The last major competition that we had in the city, a lot of people were talking about, like, they got a gold medal and I just went home. Like, I don't really care. Like, there's no payment, there's no nothing, right? Cool. Like, I might as well. And for them, a lot of those guys, we meet each other at open mats. Like, we could, if we wanted to have the fight, like the match, we could just do the match. But having the competition stuff, like, that takes a lot of, like, building up. You guys talking like sponsorship, like connections and stuff like that. We've got some really nice major names out there as well, working with us, like Eddie's, for example. I love Eddie's.
Yeah.
And
So
Trying to work my little Eddie's, like,
So-
hi.
what is your we have all these ADCC and ASJJF, all these registrations with the idea that, okay, you win this tournament, now you can go internationally to compete. And I've always just assumed that that's what everybody wants. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, is this the best thing that we can do for the community? Do they care?
Thing that I've always learned is in Asia, we like money. We like money. Like, not just money has always been nice. For example, you have a situation where, you see that a lot of these guys who won the 80, the registration, some of them aren't going to go because they would much, like, because if they go, obviously you provided the money for them to, like, the prize money is what they would probably use to go to fund that trip, right?
Yeah.
Some people would probably rather keep the prize money and then not go to the competition, and probably, if they can, they'll resell that to someone else, and that'll be it.
Well, they've all of them are accounted for, and some of them have given it to other people. So the idea is, so as long as those slots are used and they can go, that's what matters
then I think
to
it's
us.
a plus. It's a
But do
positive.
you think that it will help our community to go to ADCC events
Definitely.
and things like
For
that?
the people who want to go, yes, good. And I think, if anything, the way that it's turned out now, how you guys know that, there's other people stepping up to take the registration exam, it just shows that people want it. Like, that competition creates something, like, to go for. If you get the full package, you get the competition, registration, and you also win some money. And if you don't want to compete, great, you can give that to someone else, and someone else gets the opportunity to go. and that's great for the whole community as a whole, right? So
Yeah.
no, that's great because that's someone who was not going to go because whatever reason, I don't want to pay the registration. Boom, at least the registration's looked after. If they can sort themselves out, on the cost to go. And chances are, at that rate, you guys have built it up and talked it up enough that a whole community is going. So everyone's going to have each other. They'll look out for each other. Someone might contact another. Hey, let's share a room. Let's save money in the accommodation. Things like that. So I think these events, it's a shame that I haven't gone to one yet, but I definitely do highlight that experience of going as like a Team Vietnam to like an ADCC event. It's a nice feeling. It seems like you guys have fun there. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good, and you meet a lot of amazing people throughout Southeast Asia. Other people who are influencing their own communities in Malaysia, Borneo is one that we got
Philippines.
exposed to. Yeah, the Philippines, which is one of the places we haven't been to.
You
yet.
guys got to get there. Like, first of all, their gi. I don't like the gi. You don't like the gi. But their gi is quite deep. The level of the gi is quite high level. Before my gi competition there, I spent like a week or two just subjecting myself to the gi, and
Subjecting myself.
yeah, dude, it raised my the level. Dude, I met Mark Lim there. He was, I think, SEA Games gold medalist, national athlete. Like, I was fortunate enough to go to one of his seminars. That was real fun. That was real good. And also, while I was in Manila, I actually went to KMA, which is in Makati, and had the opportunity to do a morning session with the national athletes in the Philippines. So I saw Andy Ramirez there. Shout out to Romeo. A lot of guys' names. But yeah, the guy who set me up there was the national coach, John Balon. He recently had a match. He did a Masters comp, I think, in the US, and he got silver, losing to Megaton, Mackenzie Dern's dad.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. Like, it's just so interesting. Like,
Yep.
I realized that in Vietnam, we don't have a jiu-jitsu, what do you call it? Not that we don't have the community, but in the Philippine culture. Yeah, we don't have a jiu-jitsu culture in Vietnam. In the Philippines, though, it feels like it's immersed in the culture. People who don't even compete the sport care about the sport. And like they'll want to watch, right? They want to spectate.
Yeah.
Because like their national athletes are going for it and stuff like that. Whereas in Vietnam, we don't have that yet. And that's why when people tell me the community's small, I don't get it. I'm like, what do you mean small? Like, we've got so many gyms, so many people I see, so many like visitors and coming through. But then I realize it's about like trying to get people who might not even compete in the sport to care about the sport, right?
Still being involved in some regard.
Yeah, exactly.
So since you're one of the few people you speak Vietnamese and English, so you're talking to everyone, and you go to literally every gym, right? And you're a very social person, so you've probably gotten a lot of feedback about like Saigon Super Fights. What are some other things that we can do to, money's great. We're not always going to get the money. Like Adam said, we were very lucky because we had sponsors. What are some things that we can do with Saigon Super Fights and other events that can help expand this jiu-jitsu culture that you speak, both benefit grapplers here, especially the Vietnamese, and also make it a culture more like Philippines?
I think the fact that you guys have the way we try to get the live stream happening, I feel like that if we could get that to some extent, the level, how every once in a while on the weekends we have Lion Championship or GMA or something like that. We have that would for grappling. The same kind of like,
okay,
you know what I mean? Like, maybe that takes a high level of production. Maybe that's going to cost more. That's why I don't do it. But if we that would be like where we'd want to head, because at the very least, Lion Championship, I know when it first started, grab drivers would be talking to me about like Lion Championship because they had like local names that they not knew who were there. Like, Yin Yuk from Muay Thai, right? He was going to be fighting there, so everyone kind of knew. Like, guys who didn't train and participate. If we can get that for grappling as well, that'd be nice. Maybe get some names of, the guys who were competing in Lion Championship, give them a chance to go and compete. And hey, this is our jiu-jitsu comp. That's their reason to like start like sharpening the jiu-jitsu skills and things like that.
Yeah, here a lot of the MMA guys are not even interested in grappling.
A lot of them are.
Tournaments. So some of that comes down to rule set and money.
Yeah.
So if we can make some adjustments,
it always comes back to that, doesn't
right?
it? That's what I'm saying. Like, money was like a nice thing. Like, it was a breath breath of fresh air for everyone
Yeah.
that we're able
But
to do that.
if we can alter the rule set to favor those guys or make it a little bit more MMA oriented and then have the cash prize, I'm sure you'll see a lot of these names that Meeple might be more familiar with coming over to our side.
What rule set, if you got to choose the rule set, what would you
CJI.
make?
I heard,
No, I'm with you on CJI.
yeah,
So okay, so
you get some pits.
who would be the? I don't even know the CJI. I don't know any rules of any rule set, to be honest with you.
Zach weighing in on rule set, doesn't know any rules.
Okay, but okay,
Zach, are you allowed to exit the mat area?
if you're at
you're a
risk,
wrestler.
if you're at risk of getting taken down, yes. Hey, I've only done
the
that.
rope. Can you
Hey,
grab the
I've
rope?
only done that once per match.
I've-
Can you
okay,
tag in
okay.
a partner?
Okay, may I
Isn't that
s-
wrestling?
may I speak? May I defend myself? Okay, did I do that? Yes. In the finals, ASJGF last year against this Japanese wrestler who was probably better than me, and he was a judo black belt. He's pretty much better at me in every sport. And he got behind me and was about to take me down. I knew what I had to do: dash out of bounds. So I dashed out of bounds, and knowing, no is an 8-minute match, knowing that I was going to get a -1,
Mm.
right? The referee did not give me a -1, right?
Should happen.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But for the record, I got the 2 at the end, and I won 2-0.
You-
Is it the right? Hey, even if I got in the -1, I still would have won. So, am I proud of myself?
I have something to compare with that, and it just came up. I had a match where the kid shot a takedown, and I wrapped my legs around him, close guard, he put me down. That's 2 points for him. The ref did not give that to him. And then, so he's fighting, and I sweep him, I get on top, I hit my points, take the back, we're all good, right? I win. Now, arguably my points-wise, yeah, I would have won. The takedown they didn't give him, I would have won anyways. However, I can see from where, if I was in his position, I'm thinking, well, if they had given him the points, he wouldn't have had to fight as much, and so I wouldn't have had the opportunity to sweep and go through. So it's
I mean, this is another example where the rules, the scoring is so subjective in grappling versus wrestling. In wrestling, you don't have these issues.
I see.
In wrestling, there's no 3 seconds.
Hmm.
And, does he have control or not? Has it been 3 seconds? What are the rules again? Right?
True,
We don't
true.
have that.
Everyone's 3 seconds
We
is
do-
different.
It's very, the referee plays very little role in wrestling, because you've got, in folk style wrestling, a takedown is 4 points on the ground. That's it. There's no, it's just a millisecond. It doesn't matter. In freestyle wrestling, it's 5 points, right?
Personally, for me, again, when it comes to a lot of these jiu-jitsu competitions, especially in Vietnam as well, not to talk down on the quality of the refereeing. No, everyone's growing, everyone's learning and getting better. But I'm not complaining about 1 or 2 points. Either way, if I win or lose, at the end of the day, the end goal usually is to get a submission. And at the end of the match, if I've lost you on points, and I'm not gonna argue about advantage and I didn't sub you. Let's move on. That's it. Let's keep
You
going.
shouldn't leave it up to the ref.
Yeah.
You
ideally.
shouldn't, even if you
I like-
lose
yeah.
by points and it's not your fault and you really won by points, you shouldn't have left it up to the ref.
You've
You
got
have-
more
you
training.
have
to
abs-
do. Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't
But-
matter, right? Just like Tien said, a sweep is nothing,
A sweep is nothing.
Sweep is
Right.
nothing.
Right.
right? And
Um,
he's so right, right? So, but what would it take, you think, to have a CJI here in Vietnam?
I was thinking about this. So everyone says, let's say we have the comp, right? And we do a CJI rules. We don't need a pit to do CJI rules. It's just CJI refereeing favors more on aggression and things like that, right? As opposed, so there's less of a point. It's more of an MMA scoring, right? So we can still have CJI, just no pit. The pit's just one factor.
It's just one of the aspects they
Yeah,
took
one
from,
of the aspects
from
of
karate
the competition
combat.
they did. Yeah,
What
but
is karate combat done? They've favored point scoring for longer strikes, more aggressive attacks, and top control and
yeah,
damage.
just action.
And I think CJ has taken a lot of those aspects,
exactly.
just taking grappling and making it more action. Because
So we
who's
can have-
watching karate over the last 10, 15 years?
No one.
Who's watching karate combat?
A few people are.
Yeah.
Or even just tune in for highlights.
Yeah. So, I mean, a big element of CGI is it doesn't stop. And it's because of the pit. How can we recreate that?
At the very grassroots level, we can have it all and just not have the pit, because not everyone can afford to have a pit. Also, on top of that, even if they could, once we start stepping into this whole pit realm, where people were jumping off pits, trying to jumping off the edges, like the slopes, trying to like do submissions and stuff. There's a new element of danger, so it doesn't become as like community friendly, customer friendly. That's for your competitors, you know. So a pit's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Someone like myself, I'm competitive. I've trained. I train like often. Sure, maybe I can appreciate a pit, but someone who's trying to get into the sport, I can see them like, you know, the pit's not a big selling point for them.
Yeah.
That's where my head's at. It's going to be like definitely for some and not for everyone. It's going to be like a huge, whoever makes the pit first in Vietnam, it's going to be a bit of a hype factor for a little bit. And then, and as I'm used to with Vietnam, we'll start to see that, okay, there might be certain, because I'm telling you, like, a lot of people have forgotten like the safety issue of having a pit. Yeah.
But what's the real danger of the pit?
Just got people jumping off the side trying to, you know.
But why would you jump off like during a match?
Because they watched CGI and
Yeah,
it was
they
cool.
watched CGI.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
can do a flying
yeah,
triangle.
Like this is almost
4 feet off the
in
ground.
kin with like, you remember when WWE was hot and everyone was pulling off WWE moves? It's going to become
Yeah.
that, which I mean, to some extent, that's a little bit good. That's where we want CGI to head, right?
You get these young kids, they're going to be jumping off the top
They're gonna be
rope,
jumping-
bro.
Okay, so CGI is like 3 5-minute rounds. It's a bit much for Saigon super fights.
Yeah, it's
Could
going to
we
take a while.
could we do 3 minutes? 3-minute rounds?
You could do a lot. You could just have one CGI match, which is like, you know, the headliner fight will be like, you know, 3 rounds of 5 minutes. If it's worth it. Someone like, it has to be like, but that's like, you're
Guys have
asking
to be
for-
good. They have to be in
Yeah,
shape.
like,
Yeah.
can you imagine what you're going to have to like, what the incentive's going to have to be for that? Yeah, like, yeah, that's an interesting thing. Because you can get, you know, you can get me and Hip in there. We'll fucking go down, but like, how much is it going to cost you? You know what I mean? Like,
See, we've already raised the bar so
and
high.
I'm just thinking, like, outside of us, it only gets higher than that.
Could we do it in a cage?
In a cage? You smart. You
Didn't
know
come
what?
very-
You're the first one to come up with this.
Definitely
Cage-
not.
Cage jiu-jitsu. So it's all of it. There is an element of, because to some extent, these you know, what is rule set? Rule set just means like, it changes how you have to kind of play to take advantage of the rule set to win, right?
Exactly.
Cage jiu-jitsu, cage grappling, like it's just in a cage. It's literally that, except it's no striking. So it's MMA without the striking.
Exactly.
And then you get to see people, like, you know, because we had that happen, you know, in some places where you can like lean onto a war. Let's be honest, we don't stop once with you. Hey, hold on a minute. If this was a jiu-jitsu comp, there's no war. No, we just keep going, right? And we try different things. So cage is not, like, not insane considering we've already got that available. We don't have to build a pit. And cages people just have available just because, like, even if they don't even use it, like a lot of these gyms, they just have the cage because it looks good, right? It looks like they do MMA. Yeah. So maybe that. Maybe we'll have nothing major, but maybe the next Saigon super fight will be in a cage. And literally just grappling and you want to like push the idea of like that's going to get your wrestlers in there, you know, try to get them up again. Now this gets to something recent that was a bit, which was the last UFC was it main card, super fight, big fight. Point was Jose Aldo's fight. He got held up against the cage and people, you know, that was boring. So maybe that, you know, but in terms of like spicing it up for just the jiu-jitsu crowd, that would be interesting. Like for me as a skill set thing, suddenly there's a comp where, you know, there's something I can do with the cage or something I don't want to happen to the cage. You know, like it introduces a different level of training. That thing we were talking about, making it more MMA friendly. Yeah, could be.
And we wouldn't have to worry about a rule set. Just no punching.
Yeah,
The
well,
rules-
literally
the
that. It's
rule
no
set-
striking. It's
The rule set is no punching.
jiu-jitsu in a cage, no striking, and yeah, you know, you can because
All submissions are allowed.
then it stops people like me where if I meet a wrestler and I'm still standing with a wrestler, chances are I'm not trying to engage, right? I'm backing up, trying to create space, full guard. Well, there's going to be a limit to that now. It's called a cage, right? Hit the cage and then suddenly I get shot on, and so yeah, it'll definitely. It's this nice middle ground that's like a bit too obvious that we never ever mentioned. It's almost negative that it's so obvious because people are going to be like, what's the point? But in terms of like development and training and giving like creating that bridge between MMA and jiu-jitsu, I'm sure it's available.
What would be an amazing cage grappling match? Think of everyone in Vietnam. What would be your wish list?
Cage grappling match. Ooh,
Anyone.
oof. Someone who's you know who? Zach Crush and Vince H.
Vince.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take the match if he took the match.
Yeah. What's the weight? That's just a super fight, eh? Yeah.
I mean, this is my friend though. So can you go out with
You don't want to get
someone else?
leg locked by him?
Yeah, dude. That's how it's gonna go down.
We've already done the match.
Okay.
We've done the match.
I got one.
Okay.
Cage, Zach Crush, and German Chris.
Fuck me, dude.
This is me,
Jesus
I've got
Christ.
two big giant toys just slamming on each other. I got Godzilla versus King.
Dude, okay, can you please, I've already had 2 matches with Chris
I
in
know.
WCC.
I know. Yeah, put it on him.
So it's got,
This is what he tries to do with me in hip. Just put it on him. Yeah, go on. You and
okay,
Chris.
I'll consider that.
Mm,
Man, it would be, don't want to get stuck against the cage underneath
That's
Chris.
what I'm saying, right?
Do you realize he's 20 kg heavier than me? Do you realize that? 20, bro.
It's not a
Jesus.
super fight. It's an ultimate fight.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Other than, leave me out of it. What's your wish list?
Leave you out of it? Okay.
But I do
Oh, that's
like
easy.
the idea of doing
Hey,
cage.
listen, out of my suggestions, if Zach's so much of a pussy to step up, we can put
What the
Vince,
fuck ever.
we can put Vince up against Chris. Oh, bro, I'm a stirrer. Let's put these titans up against each other and me not have to fight at all.
New matches with new people. We're thinking about Vietnam top team.
Oh, great. Okay.
We're talking about big matches.
Hey,
Like,
okay,
who are you gonna
okay,
put?
but
You gonna put Cat up?
You got to
against?
make it worth their while. You got a compensation, you know?
Okay, listen to me. Let me say it again. Your wish list.
Yeah, my wish. Oh, wish
Remove
list. I've got
all
the
barriers.
I've got all
Remove
the
all barriers.
Yo, okay.
Remove
okay.
all barriers.
Mm-mm. Lin just had a fight, right? Lin versus Jobadon. What was that? What was the weight class of that?
80.
80? Oh, Jobadon versus Chris?
Okay, let's try to get people from different gyms.
Who
Okay.
don't train together 3 times a
don't
I
week.
do it.
train done.
I'm just
Like-
trying to create a war, internal war.
But
Nah,
okay, also,
I got one
Lynn,
guy.
Lynn, I don't know if you noticed,
Yep.
but Lynn also recommended, hey, let's have a super
yeah,
fight, Hanoi versus
South North. Yeah,
North versus South.
yeah. That's
That would be, man.
Yeah, then you got to organize
that's
travel,
so high level.
incentive.
It's so we all gonna meet. We're gonna meet in the
in
central.
Dude, dude, we can meet in Da Nang.
We kind of already have that. We actually already have a small that happening right now. One of the comps I just finished was the Hoi An one.
How was it?
That was nice. I got toe held again.
That's a sub only comp.
Yeah. Submission only comp. Yes,
That's
that one.
pretty
Oh,
cool.
dude, that's the thing. Dude,
Yeah, that's
have
pretty
the
cool.
South North one. That's the thing. We could have the South North one in the South, have the South North one in the North, and we could also have the South North one in the Nang.
Da Nang would be great.
Yeah. Ooh,
And we can plan for that like in September of next year, so we have plenty of time.
if you want, you can collaborate with the guys who are already doing it right now. The Henzo Gracie team there. They already do their sub only. Look, you could work with them with the space they already use. You can use a bigger space, whatever. Like collaborate, work. Definitely something to be said about doing something in Da Nang. And if Lin is talking about a north-south thing, for sure, like there are definitely people willing to step up. And I think it'd be good. Get some eyes on some nice high-level local names, right? But also make it worth their while. Like I know for a fact there are a lot of some like, see, I'm loud, I talk a lot, but there are a lot of guys who are just quiet and they just do their thing, training with high-level people around people like Rob and stuff at Over Under. And, you know, forget Over Under. Dude, Mecca, I've got Brandon. Brandon's a freaking titan.
Yeah. So speaking of, now you're training at Mecca. That's pretty much your home base.
Yeah, Mecca's my home base. Come through. Because now Mecca has Muay Thai, I also do Muay Thai now. It's good. It's good training. I used to train Muay Thai heaps. I paused for a while just to focus on Jiu-Jitsu. And then within 2 weeks of doing Mecca, I was like, I'm pretty much back to like my base level of when I was doing Muay Thai. So yeah, it's good. I'll be doing that for the next few months.
Awesome. So you're training there how many times a week?
This week I did 6 days.
And you're still fitting in some open mats, eh?
Dude, hell yeah, definitely. Like, oh no, it works out for me because open mats are on the weekend. The only weekend class that I have at Mecca Muay Thai is like 9 a.m. in the morning. Once that finishes, boom, line up with open mat.
So next weekend,
yes. Oh,
you have a
I
challenge.
want to talk about this.
What are you going to do next weekend?
Right. So I've got a friend visiting from Gangte. I call him Little Dragon, Little Lum. His name's Lum and he's small. Dude, can I actually, the spotlight on him? He really wants to do a Saigon super fight and he really wants to do it so that he can go to ADCC. Yeah. The kid loves no gi. He lives in Gangte. He wants to come to Saigon. He's going to start living, working, and training. Now he's the kid that's visiting.
Okay.
next
Is there
weekend.
a certain ADCC you want to compete in?
Honestly,
or just any of them?
whichever one that his little ass and his passport can get to, he's going to go to. Like, all right. So we make that happen. 2020, 25. Let's take him there. He's like, I think B's weight class, but B's way better than he is. But he brings it. Like, he loves no gi. He lives in Gangte. They do a lot of gi. They do no gi as well. But he's obsessed with no gi. He's come to Saigon and he's like he loves Pablo, for example. When he trained with Pablo over at MJC, and he wants to get some matches with a bunch of people, meet a bunch of people. Point being, because of that, next weekend I'm going to be taking him on like an open mat combo. It will start on Saturday. We're going to go to Panda. Panda at Tangpul. That starts at 9 a.m. Goes from about 10:30. Finish that. Head over to C88. That's on from 10 to 12. I'll be there at about 11. Crack an hour. After that, head over to Ava, which is run by Alan. He's a brown belt, one of the national athletes in the city. Alan is someone you want to have on that card for the North-South. For sure, put Alan on there. Alan's high level. And then we'll go. Alan and he were meant to have a super fight for the summer gathering at Gistio, but it didn't happen because he got injured. So there you go. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to Alan. So yeah, we'll go to Alan there on at 1 to 2. And then right after that, we'll head over to Primal for Felipe. I'm pretty sure Felipe is on at 3, but whatever. The point is we'll have
3.
time in between. 3,
It's
right?
3.
Yeah, 3 to 4. So we'll finish at Ava at 2 and take our time heading over to Primal, taking my friend with me. At Primal, we'll probably get some recovery in because they've got that available. If this comes out in time and they'd like to sponsor us for that day, that'd be nice. But if not, no problems. Sunday, the plan is to go to Soy. I got to catch up with Tom, who wants to rip my head off all the time.
Okay.
But he asked for me to help him with ADCC. So just bring the cardio. You see the way they train at Soy, right? They don't need the timer. They just go, right? I come over there, get 2 rolls. They do 45 minutes with Min, and then like another half an hour with Tom, and that's it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm spent.
What time does that start on Sunday?
Sunday Soy is at, yes, good question. Sunday Soy is at 10. So I'm going to come there for a little bit, maybe, because again, my main focus on that day is Tom. So I'll probably, if I get in my 1.5 an hour round with him, I'm good. Then I'll head to Arcane. They have a free class on at 10, but the open match starts at 11 right after. So I'll come do that. 11 to 12. It's probably going to be a gi day, but that's fine. The open mat is gi, no gi. That's up to you. So I'll come show up in no gi with my friend. After that, we'll head over to MJC. On Sunday, they are on at, I think they start at 12:30 and they finish like 2 or 3 or something like that. So right after Arcane, we'll head over to there. Neglected to mention also my Friday, I will be at Mecca because we have our 5:30 comp class, which is just situational sparring for about half an hour to an hour. And right after, it's open mat all the way till 7:30, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
So the open mat starts at what time on Friday?
On Friday, the open mat starts around about 6:30. But the comp class, the situational sparring, is at 5:30.
Okay, very good.
I really like situational sparring. It was something that Anthony tried to make me understand quite early on, but it didn't it didn't take me. It wasn't until I went to the Philippines and got to train with the national team that I realized, oh wait, this is a great way of for competitive training. Yeah, when they when I went over there, it was just they'd partner up in like small little groups, like group of 3, and just rotate and all right, half guard, cool, and just spar from there, and then and I think it was minute sparring, and just keep changing. It was really opened my eyes, and I regret that it took me going to the Philippines to realize that.
Awesome. So we got some new gyms, new opportunities here in the gym. And tell us about what is it, Ava?
Ava. So Ava's was opened by Alan. Alan, I think over there, I think Eric as well. Eric Adams. You usually get him on if he's interested in coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
But he teaches the no-gi at Ava, from what I understand.
Where is it located?
It's in Bintan, so not far away from D2, D1. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really like quite not too far of an area, like quite central if you're coming from like the center of Saigon. Also, it's quite sleek. Like the place, I really like the fact they've got seating area, so you could come, sit, watch, train, showers. Quite a nice facility over at Ava. Yeah. And then on top of Ava, we also have Mecca as well. That's where I train at. Muay Thai, BJJ. We're still doing the same thing that we always do. You guys have been to Joe, so you know what it's like.
Yeah.
We do our drills. We do our sparring. Same old. Good old reliable, we like to call it.
Any seminars you're excited about coming up?
Any seminars? Oh, I know one that's quite public because you guys have been sharing it, which is the Mason Fowler one. I'm excited for that. That's quite high level guest coming, I guess. So it'd be interesting just to get that exposure. Like I feel like it's a 3-hour seminar. I don't know if my ADHD is gonna like hold me in there, but I want to bring my best foot forward on that day, just see if I can get as much as I can. Hopefully get a roll in. I'd really appreciate it. And then also I know that we've got someone in the local community who's got a seminar coming up. If you guys want to confirm, if we can confirm.
Yeah, we can confirm. It's
tell me.
Yes, Sui Jiu-Jitsu's own Tien, Rudian Tien.
And where are you going to have this seminar at?
It's going to be at a new event space, actually.
Currently an undisclosed location, but
so I'm asking all the right questions.
Yeah.
There's some exciting things coming up.
So this, I mean, we're not going to get into the details too much, but this is a new event space for the community to have seminars, small competitions, and basically and maybe even, this like small kids tournaments or summer gatherings, stuff like that. Just a nice open space that the community can use. But the plan is to have it at that location.
Interesting.
So that is good. But definitely interested in Tien's seminar because I rolled with him for how long? Maybe 30 minutes. And
that's how they go.
He had some moves I've never seen before. I was very surprised because most people, the cradle is not something that is really a wrestling thing, but I was on bottom actually. I was on bottom going for the coyote guard sweep, and he cradled me twice, and I was like, wow, this is just he has another level of understanding that I think the greater community can benefit from. So definitely excited about Tien's seminar on the 7th of December.
Yeah, but he's a guy who's been training a long time. He's got a big part in the scene here, so it'll be good to get him more exposure. With the most
stripes.
How many stripes do you think he's got?
Like 10, 11, 12. He's a 12th dan white belt.
And what do you think? What are your thoughts, Simon, on what's happening the next day? Saigon Super Fights, Female Fury.
Female Fury. Ooh. See, because I know the Female Fury that's in the community, I'm excited because I know what's on offer. I just don't know how you guys, how we're gonna how we're gonna make it happen. Like who's coming? How we doing this, guys?
Okay,
who's coming? Simon will be there.
Am I commentating?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're asking you now.
Oh wow.
Will you please commentate for us? December 8th, are you available?
If you can get here, I guess you can get me.
All right. We just got to convince you.
Okay, so let me ask you this: like, all barriers down, right? Your wish list for female Fury. Everyone in the country.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to see full She's
404 girl?
yeah, 404 Fung.
Yeah. Yeah, she's tough.
Versus Queen and Robin. That'd be nice.
At the same time?
Yes. Should at least 5 minutes apart. No, I'm kidding. Just any time, please. Like,
Okay.
make it like a tournament thing, right? Like those three. I'd like to see the rotation of those three ladies.
Yeah.
Fung, Queen, and Robin. Like, let him. And mind you, I'm doing this off who I understand is the highest level female in Saigon, maybe in Vietnam, I think. Just going off the matches that we've already seen.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that Fung is quite strong. And then Queen, I know, is quite technical. In fact, honestly, if we could do it, let's have like, let's throw Thumb from Mecca over in there as well. We could have like a full female like tournament thing going on. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be all female event.
Yeah, so we should, if it's an all-female event in a community where the sport's quite small and the amount of females that do it is quite even smaller, let's have them all in there and let's go. If everyone's down, chuck them all in. And
what format do you think is the best?
Format as in how to structure the matches, or?
As in, should it be only super fights? Should it be only a tournament? I mean, considering how many different weight classes we have.
Honestly, it's super fight tournament. So the weight classes, just get in there. We try to at the start of the earlier brackets, we try to make those as balanced as possible from considering belt level and and then ideally it should peak out at the very top where the best.
Should there be a weight? Because the Fung at 404 she's like 44 kilos.
No, I understand. I personally, look, I can only speak from my understanding, being that I know that there aren't that many females who do the sport competitively in the sport, in the community, right? So I would personally, I don't know if this transgresses upon anyone's understanding of how to compete in the sport, I'd make it an absolute tournament. Put in the high level names. It's a challenge. Hey, if you want to do it, you can. If you don't, I completely understand. But the only reason I want to do away with the weight is because that's the thing. It would take the most important people to consider are the competitors themselves. I'm personally talking about doing it away with the weight for the ease of having the competition, right?
Yeah.
But I know that I'm not the one competing. The person competing, if they're more like Fung, who only weighs 40, they feel like they're gonna be the most disadvantaged and they don't want to compete. That's fine, I understand. But I would ask for absolute weight, just so that's our way of being able to get these people to exchange. Mind you, these girls can always meet each other in an open mat. Like, it doesn't take a competition to get the result, but the competition is going to be the exciting thing that brings the eyes, that the community run, purpose, right? We're just trying to bring the eyes. We're not trying to put stakes on it. We'll pay if you guys. Well, we would hope that there would be payment, and then that's how I do it.
So there will be some kind of prizes. There will be some kind.
Yeah, definitely prizes. It has to be worth it.
There's going to be some kind of prizes, but
I thought Saigon recovery stuff was cool.
Like, the opportunity to compete should be enough, right? And not only that, you don't have to pay to compete either. I just go by, I still have to pay and I have to compete, right?
The ADCC super fight event you did at Illusion, do you have to pay to go?
I actually didn't. I'm not sure if everyone did, but I didn't.
So some people are paying to compete in that, and that is on Fight Pass.
Sure. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure, but you had to get there, right? I guess you had to get to ours as well, but
we could do something with gas money, dude.
Yeah, we pay per kilometer, 55 dong per.
You can only compete if you're in the city.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking. I see there's a huge opportunity for the community to come together, in the so we've got Ting in Dalat. She's the only female there. She already agreed to do it on that date. We have 2 girls from 404 that have already committed. Probably one of them is Fung, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Robin and Win. Don't know who's going to be the matchups. How can we get? Who were some of the other female leaders or grapplers?
Thumb from Mecca, Min B Boss. She's definitely someone worth looking out for.
Okay.
I train with her. I would know.
No, I rolled with her one time. and
Yeah.
She is way more technical than me.
Yeah, she's
like-
she competes a lot. She
She's
just got
very
back from
good.
Thailand as well. Just competed
Wow.
in Thailand. The Thailand it's like I don't really understand it. I understand it's nationals, but like for national athletes of their own country to go and compete. Yeah, so like the national athletes from the Philippines were there, national athletes from Vietnam were there, national athletes from Thailand were there, like Southeast Asia. Like that was the point. Yeah, so she just got back from that. So I think, yeah, that was like a few weeks, about a month ago. So give it a bit of time. What, December?
Okay.
Talk to her.
What about anyone from the north that you can think of?
The North? Not specifically, but I do, like, there are some, like, I haven't had a lot of, like, exchange with a lot of the northern grapplers, the northern grappler girls. So I don't have a long list, but I do know, for example, there's this one guy, his girlfriend, I don't know her name, but Hole Anto, he's the guy who, we've only ever met in Hoi An for the Hoi An competition. The first time I met him, he toe held me. And I've like, it burns me to this day.
And what happened in the second competition?
The second competition, thank God I didn't meet him, but I still got toe held by someone else, you know?
What?
Like, yeah.
Always getting toe holds.
Yeah, dude, my weakness is my toes.
Should have told us that.
Yeah, no, because they were on my feet.
Pay attention, guys.
Oh,
Pay attention.
yeah, bro, toe hold. Whoa. But yeah, his girlfriend, she's quite competitive. Also someone that I'm quite interested in is this one lady. She's one of the bigger athletes. I think she's plus or under 94 kg, but I don't. Now I'm really asking for like I don't know.
94 kg?
Yeah, it's just big girl. National athlete. I don't think she'll do it. I think she only competes in national comps, but she would
Okay.
be someone I'd like to see, you know.
Yeah, we definitely can't put them in the same
Open weight?
Yeah, with from 4 to 4.
Yeah. Oh,
Coming
you
in,
see,
coming in at
but
44 kilos.
This is my issue. Like, no, for me, this is what I want to see, but not as like the first match.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind if you had a tournament
Okay,
and
imagine-
those girls were very far apart, and for some reason they're the ones like at some stage, maybe not the finals, but the semifinals they meet.
What about we're from Da Nang? We got any women from Da Nang?
We have someone, but she's getting back into it. Min, she's the first Vietnamese black belt.
Oh, okay.
First Vietnamese born and raised black belt. She started in judo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Andy was talking about her during his episode.
Yes. So she's the first Vietnamese black belt. The Henzo Gracie Da Nang is where she's at. Yes, she's one of the high level females. So you'd want to.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, but here's the issue. Just had a baby.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how things work. But she's back training. You know, she's been doing training and stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
I understand you used to be a doctor.
I used to be a doctor. Didn't get hired
for
though.
how long?
I didn't get for about 15 seconds.
I don't trust the ads anymore. I see the ads.
I've stopped drinking milk completely.
He's
endorsing it.
Bro, I
can't
get the
behind
fucking,
it.
Oh my
I get the
gosh.
penis enlargement ads. It's like a white dude talking into like this Asian dude, and then the voiceover is all Vietnamese, like and then the doctor is white dude, the Vietnamese script.
Oh, like this is too much.
It's Zach.
They probably just told you selling milk. Who knows what the product actually was?
Who knows, man?
And now,
Ringside physician.
Mad
Zachary
Croc.
Crush.
Mad Croc energy.
How you feeling?
How far we fall?
From the way you're speaking, it seems to be working.
Well, you tell me, am I doing a good job? I feel like I'm like a bit over the place, a bit scattered, but also like
okay.
we're having a
Doing
good
okay.
time.
We just fill you up with caffeine on an empty stomach.
I think you do.
Oh, I haven't eaten it. Yes. Oh, you're right.
I haven't eaten either.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I knew this is what we're going to sacrifice to make this day.
Where are we gonna eat afterwards?
We're going to eat afterwards?
What do you want to eat?
I like meat. Yeah, that's just
No
that's
way.
me.
Oh, I know where we can go. Can we go to the Thai place again?
We can go to the Thai place.
Dude, that Thai place is
Mate.
insane.
I like meat.
Okay.
It's private information. I don't want people knowing about the Thai place.
Oh,
That's
you don't want
true.
to blow the spot up.
That's
you know?
true. No, you don't know about this place.
Oh,
We don't know. You don't know about this
dude,
place.
you know Q once, like, I didn't go with them, but he found like a Korean spot that looked really good. And I felt like when I looked at the spot, like the Google location, it looked like a place that if only you'd have to be Korean to know. Just the way they marketed it, I'm like, damn, like, I wish I'd went on that day. Yeah.
You can't get a Google map.
I think you'd have to type it in Korean. Yeah. So
Okay, maybe
I gotta ask him for the
maybe
spot.
another day.
Yeah, but
Move
point
on.
being, no, we'll go with Q one day. Get him to put the Korean words into the Google Maps and
Into the Google.
Maps.
Simon, you got a surprise for us today?
Yeah, what are the surprises?
You're supposed to bring the surprises.
Surprise. That's it. It's Nordic. To all that recent comps, yeah, I did Cebu and I did what you call it, Hoi An. That was great. Philippines, blew that spot up. I definitely get to the Philippines if you love the gi, and also their no gi game is coming up. Chris, my friend who does tap culture, he's one of the Filipinos who really likes no gi, and when he visited, he felt that Vietnam's no gi is quite high level in his opinion. I don't know what he's talking about because Vietnam's no gi involves me, and I'm not that great. But yeah, no, that was a great time. Definitely check out the Philippines. Gyms have opened up recently. We've got Mecca, which is where I train at, in Fumihung, District 7, and also Ava in Bintan. Come check us out. Good instructions and high level learning.
But does Ava, when would be a no-gi open mat?
Oh, Ava open mat is at 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah,
So on Saturday. Okay.
it's good. It's like they're like my
It's
experience.
no-gi, right?
Yeah, no gi.
Okay.
I mean, bring your gi if you want. Like
Zach,
sure.
you bring your gi.
Yeah, bring your gi though.
Subject
actually
yourself to the gi.
I actually have a gi the Cambodian guy gave to me.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, sweet. Oh, can we blow up the Cambodia a little bit? We only know Kiri in Cambodia. Is that it? Do we know anything else in Cambodia?
There's another one that's Siem Reap.
Yep, and the name is.
I don't know. I
The
forgot.
back, no, that's it. There's one in
Now-
Siem Reap. We need to
Now
find
we're
out.
gonna have to edit this out, Simon. Thank you.
Sorry, I fucked you.
Don't ask me questions. I don't know. No,
Wait,
no, we actually should know.
Yeah.
That's who gave me the
yeah,
gi.
I put you on
And
the
Zach, have you worn the gi
You
yet?
really put me on
cut this
blast.
out. No.
Hey, we're at
Doesn't know the academy has
we're
worn
at
the gi.
57 minutes. We're at
Yeah, we're doing great.
All right, Zach, you got a surprise for us?
Seminars,
The
covered,
surprise
surprise.
Okay, the surprise was a new Saigon community grappling event space
Oh,
that we're
yes.
that we're gonna find out.
You
That
slipped it in nicely.
where the December events will be at.
Yeah, more details will be coming out about that
It's a
over the
surprise?
next few
Yeah.
weeks.
I'm surprised.
This is gonna be real. We really do believe that this is gonna be a good thing for the community, so we can have seminars there, and it's designed to where many gyms can benefit, and we can kind of come together.
Will Saigon Super Fight 3 be there?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's not the
interesting.
Saigon. It's not that big of a space.
Okay. But it's big enough
a
of a
good
space.
But
What district?
we're not gonna tell you that yet. We
Oh,
can't tell you
okay,
that yet.
it's
We can't
surprise.
tell you that. But Female Fury will be there.
Okay. So
Female
by
Fury.
December, we'll see this space.
Yeah.
Nicely.
the latest.
I'm surprised.
So it's gonna be. There's a lot of opportunity, and we're really excited. And we're talking to some community leaders just to find out some of the best opportunities that we can use this as a community. Right. Adam, you have anything else on it?
No, we pretty much wrap up.
Oh man.
Shout out to the guys in Cebu. Shout out Kong. Shout out Mr. and Mrs. Bautista. I think it's Mark and Sai.
Don't forget Team Taco.
Oh, never forget Team Taco. Team Taco for life. Team Taco now. How's that Mecca Muay Thai? Muay Thai and BJJ. Come visit us. Come say hi. We're friendly.